So I think oh, okay, we're streaming now. I think we're good. Cool. Just checking in on everything. Hopefully everything's going pretty good. I should be live, and I've had some little connection issues, but for those who are wondering, I'm basically here at the Apple Store, and I'm going to pick up my Mac Mini today. And so the Mac Mini is going to be my central hub for what I call perfect memory. So the problem I have right now is that I have all my ChatGPT chats literally in ChatGPT, and I also have a bunch of stuff also in Anthropic. And what I've been able to do is download all of my chats. There's like 4,000 chats, and I have them saved locally on actually my computer. And so I've been wanting to run this thing called OpenClaw. And so OpenClaw is basically an agent, but I don't want to have the agent have access to everything. I want to keep everything together in the Mac Mini type of environment. And so I thought this would be a really good time to kind of lock in and buy one of these types of devices. I'm going to see if I can pick it up here at the Apple Store. I just ordered it, and it's actually available here for pickup. So I'm currently, if you're wondering, basically just here in Hawaii. And this is the kind of vibe I'm at right now. And so I'm just going to double check on the stream to make sure everything's okay, because it should be live right now. If you drop any comments, you'll be able to see that we're currently live in the App Store. So I don't see any of the comments rolling through right now, but I'm just kind of double checking that everything's going to be working okay. So I apologize for everything that's kind of going on, because I need to go up in there, and I'm like, my cell signal's kind of been kind of sketchy around here because there's like all these different buildings. So all good here. Cool. Awesome. Yay. I'm so glad. I'm glad it's working. So all right, cool. Yeah. What's going on? So I'm here in front of the Apple Store for those who are wondering. And basically what I'm trying to do is I'm picking up the Mac Mini, and people are wondering like, okay, what are you going to do with it? I have OpenClaw deployed on a VPS, and what I've learned is the thing is extremely useful, but it's also extremely dangerous at the same time. And with great power comes great responsibility. So I thought, I have all my ChatGPT memories literally downloaded. It's $3.99 in Micro Center. Are you serious right now? Wait. What am I doing? But I'm currently in Hawaii. I don't think there's a Micro Center out here. So yeah, basically what's going on is that I have all of my chats downloaded, and I don't really want to put my chats on a VPS right now, you know what I mean? Mac Mini hype, nice. I have a DC Mac Mini and a VM as well. So the thing is that like, you can go to ChatGPT and also Anthropic and download your chats right now. So if you go to like the device and like the settings, you can go to where it says data and controls, and you can say export, and you can export all of your chats. So you should do that right now, because if your account gets banned, you no longer get access to those chats. If the company goes under, you no longer get access to those. So what's amazing is that you actually have all your memories that are saved, every single conversation you've had, every audio file you've uploaded to ChatGPT, every picture file is also available from ChatGPT. So I have that locally. My Mac Mini M4 goes hard. I picked one up and just use it as a dedicated machine. So that's the exact thing. So I have a VM currently on AWS, and that's actually currently operating for my business right now. But I want to have my own personal one. You can build your own RAG, basically, yes. And there's a bunch of updates to OpenClaw that just happened right now. So OpenClaw actually has a Mac app now, 6K threads downloaded and saved. Yeah, man, that's the way to do it. And so you can like have OpenClaw now just kind of running on your machine. And what's nice is like Mac Mini is going to be like locked down by default unless I open it up externally. And so what I plan to do is I have a post on X that I'll share a little bit later, but it basically shows that the Mac Mini for me is going to be like a little mini orchestrator. And I'm thinking of the Mac Mini as more as like my personal machine, because I don't want to expose my business, you know, to my personal chats and everything, because it doesn't really need it. Hey Ray, nice seeing you. Man, ACL Logic here. Nice to see you active on YouTube making content. Hey man, how's it going? I'm Ace Logic. Oh, Ace Logic. I'm trying to figure out if I remember. But yes, so I'm here in Hawaii, which is kind of crazy right now. You can kind of see I'm actually at the Ala Moana Shopping Center. It's beautiful out. It's actually just raining a lot. Will the M2 Mac Mini work? Yeah, for sure. As long as you have a dedicated machine, it'll definitely work. So the thing for me right now is basically, like I have a 128 gigabyte MacBook Pro, but that's what I use for streaming, and that's also what I use for making apps. I use that for everything, but I just want to keep one at home. So yeah, so this is where it's going. My whole setup is basically the Mac Mini M4 is going to be for my personal stuff, and it's also going to act as an orchestrator on my network. So I'm going to sort of treat that as like Ring Zero, my security type of thing, where everything will just be contained that's personal on there that I don't really want going out. And then everything else will be actors in the whole system. So the like Mac Studio, which I will be getting probably like in a month from now, it's going to have 512 gigabytes of memory. I already have 128 gigabytes with my MacBook Pro. and that's an M3, and so that thing is going super fast. I have a DGX Spark that's also 128 gigabytes of memory, so we'll have like 768 gigs available for weights. So along with the EXO stuff, what we'll be able to do is basically do pre-fill, and so that's the first stage of like loading these language models, and combine that with all the memory stuff that you have available on the Mac systems. When you basically daisy chain them together, you can start having these systems run autonomously for you in your business and your personal life all the time. So what's really nice about that is that you're not dependent on like a specific provider with all of your data. So by me downloading all of my chats from both of these systems, now I'm going to leverage the memory of, basically OpenClaw. They have a really good way to kind of capture memories day to day, and then also you'll be able to do RAG. And so if there's a smarter model that comes out, I can switch to that. Get a Thunderbolt 5 as well. DGX Spark definitely handles the prompt processing part. Yes. Oh, that's amazing. That's really, really cool. Also, I can do private inference, so I can have it scrub through personal data, personal chats as well, and I don't have to worry about sending that stuff up to another provider. But that's just kind of like the added bonus. So I think that's what we're going to do here. So yeah, I've already ordered the Mac Mini. It's already on order. It is available for pickup right now. I think they close at 8 o'clock, so that's going to be what I'm doing there. I can only see the chat streaming by. I can't see anyone else in the history, so like that's kind of what I'm able to do right now. So if you guys are ready and want me to go in, let's go ahead and check it out. So will an M2 Mac Mini work if on a budget? Yeah. How the hell do you get a tan so fast? Bro, I'm already dark. That's just my nature. Yeah, that's kind of what it is. It has been raining calm. I've been waiting for the M5 Ultra personally, because they're really improved the GPU on it. Okay, so this is going to change your mind, and this is why I'm moving forward right now as fast as possible. So ever since Alex Finn started talking about this whole system, about how to run this stuff locally, wait times are over a month now for M3 Ultra. So the M5 is going to be in high demand because everyone's also waiting for the same thing. But in terms of having a system that's going to be inside of your actual thing, like you're going to need memory. So the bang for the buck is a 512 Ultra M3. For memory and speed is going to be crazy. So for 3x prompt processing. So adding an M5 on top of that is probably going to give you like 25%, 20%, maybe more in terms of like processing the first token and all that, and you'll have all these other things. But I think the cost is going to go significantly higher. That's the other part that's kind of really sad right now. Seeing Alex's excitement over this, wanting to do this. Yeah, that's why I'm acting fast right now, really. You have to, I'm glad I bought M3 MacBook Pro a while back with the 128 gigs, because prices are going to keep going up. Did you figure out how to use the DigitalOcean credit? No, bro. Augment OS, I gave up on that. So I gave up on that. I'm just sticking to my AWS thing, and that'll be there for my business. So like my business stuff will run on the AWS, and it's a container. I can manage that. But for my personal home thing, that's kind of the thing that I'm building out with the Mac Mini. DGX Spark with 128 gigs. My laptop that has 128 gigs, and also my Mac Studio. And then when I get the M5 Ultra, that'll be its thing. But that'll be I don't want to wait for too long. I need to have memory and stuff running in my thing. So the specs for the Mini is the baseline, because all it's going to do is act as an orchestrator. So it's just like the lowest bare minimum thing. That's what we got going on. So yeah. So I think it's 16 gigs of RAM, 256 gigabytes of SSD, M4 chip, just regular. I think that's pretty much it. It's super bare bones, just regular gigabit Ethernet. I don't need anything super fancy, because all it is going to act as an orchestrator. So I'm considering a Mac Studio along with the Mac Mini. Yeah, those are good both buys. So and then the Mini is going to house my private chats. So a lot of the stuff I've collected from ChatGPT and Anthropic are going to sit on the Mini. I panicked when Llama 1.0 came out in February, and I got the 192. Nice. Oh, dude, the 4090. Oh, I'm so jelly, man. Yeah, I'm gonna try to get a 5090. We'll see. M3 Max. Oh yeah, that's the setup right there. That's a really good setup. I have the base. It goes well and stays online 24/7. Bro, that's what's up. I'm really impressed with the so I think it's gonna take 5 to 10 watts of power for my Mac Mini, which is kind of insane as an orchestrator sitting on my system. It's basically a headless MacBook Air, right? So what, is everybody going to start doing this? I think yes, because it's extremely obvious that having these types of systems on your network is going to be very powerful. And as the way that things work, especially with model weights, every 18 months, whatever the frontier AI language models are, they will come locally. So the fact that we're seeing so much usefulness out of them so far is already a huge indicator that the demand is going to go absolutely bonkers by the time people get a hold of it, like the mainstream people, like in about a year from now. So that's what's kind of crazy. Let me catch up a little bit in the comments. So yeah, Llama 1.0, man, this is a throwback. I gotta start gatekeeping your stream. All these suits are throwing credit cards and fax and then never deliver. DigitalOcean droid. Oh, okay. Yeah, gotta keep those receipts, man. I got some stuff coming up. We're gonna hit them up. Like, by the way, DigitalOcean was not a sponsor of my stream at all. They were just there at the event that I was at, so they popped on stream, and I didn't get paid or I didn't do anything like that. There's just like, you know, Lizzie's there, she knows me, she works there, and I've been, you know, I gotta hit her up and follow up and see what's going on with the credits. So, got my refurb studio. There are some deals out there, but there's no 512 gigabytes. Yeah, M3 Max MacBook Pro 128 is compelling. I'm telling you, that's a really good move there, especially as your personal too, because that's what I'm using for coding, streaming. I do everything on that. Everything you see me doing is from that machine. But having some dedicated hardware at the house is going to be the next bigger picture. So 512 gigabyte RAM MacBook Pro is the holy grail. M7, dude. Refurbished Mac Studio M2 Trip 24 core, 6,000. Sheesh. You guys ready to go up in here before they close? I gotta get up. Yeah, let's see. Hi there, how's it going?
Hi.
Hi. I'm here to pick up my Mac Mini.
Oh, your Mac Mini.
Yeah.
Was it a purchase or was it repairs?
It was a purchase, yeah. I have my ID if you need it.
Do you have the QR code that was sent to you?
I do have it here. It may end my stream, but is it okay if we do the ID thing? Is it okay if we look it up by ID? Okay. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah.
Is there anything else you needed tonight?
No, that's about it. How's your day today?
It's good.
Good?
How are you?
That's awesome.
Are you making a video to send home?
It's actually a live stream. If you wanted to wave to people, they'd be happy to say hello. If you're not, it's okay.
Is it,
Okay, she says no.
I'm like,
No, it's okay. Yeah. I want to be respectful for you.
thank you.
Cool,
Appreciate
yeah.
that. Do you have any questions on the Mini that I can help you with?
No, it's really exciting.
Yeah.
Have there been a lot of people coming in for them? Yeah?
These are actually really cool.
Yeah?
They're nice and portable, but they still pack a lot of power.
Okay.
I love how you can also customize it as well too.
Yeah.
And one of the nice things I like when I do my research is like I love how people are just using their television to connect it to the
Okay.
Mac Mini.
They
to,
connect
like,
this with television? Yeah, that's pretty
really
cool.
And you know, if you already have the wireless keyboard or like
Oh, yeah, the
mouse and
wireless.
everything is
That's
so
amazing.
convenient. Yeah.
Wow. Have you seen that stuff online where people are connecting it to like do their cool like AI things?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm one of those crazy people.
Oh, here it is.
All right,
It's
cool.
The Mac Mini with the M4 chip, 16 gigabytes
Yay.
unified memory, and 256 gigabytes of storage.
Yay. Oh, you have to scan these? Okay, cool. I'm going to show you guys. We just got it right now. So for those, people are saying hello, Apple employee. Solid device, very efficient. Yes. Yeah.
Is there anything else you needed tonight?
No, that's about it. This is exciting.
Let me grab a bag for you.
Okay, cool. This is it, folks. This is it. The Holy Grail. This is what we've been looking for.
Right.
Amazing. Thank you so much. Yeah, this is Waikiki. In Waikiki, at the Ala Moana Shopping Center, and basically I got my bad boy here. So yeah, we got it. So this is gonna be employee number 1. No, not really. Yeah, actually this is gonna be amazing. So all of the stuff is gonna go on here. Let's see if I can kind of do this thing. Yeah. So this box is pretty cool. It's about like this big. Yeah. This is wild. She's getting a bag for me, which is gonna be pretty cool. It's probably easier to walk around with. But to be honest, I don't know. I just kind of walk around like this, huh? Right? Yeah. That shopping center is yeah, because it's basically open air. So behind me, you'll see actually like a bunch of trees and stuff. For cell phone signal, it's kind of like a bummer, but yeah. But yeah, this is the store. This is the store. If you haven't seen it yet, I'm gonna pop over this way. So this is kind of like the vibe. Right now, it's kind of chill. There's not a lot of people going on because I think it's Saturday and I think people are getting ready for the Super Bowl and stuff. But it's pretty chill. There's not a lot of people right now. And this is like the outdoor part of the mall, the Apple logo and everything. So yeah, Yeah, that's what's up. It says I've been wanting to. No, it's just 16 gigabytes of RAM. So the one I got is 16 gigs. Yeah. I'm gonna set up the claw bot. Yeah, for sure. Oh, cool. Yay. Yeah. No, it's all good. We're on the island. We're just chilling, right? Are you gonna watch the Super Bowl tomorrow? You have to work? Okay. Ah. Okay, that's cool. Awesome. Cheers. Yeah, nice to meet you. Thanks. Cool. All right, y'all. We got the goods. We have the goods right here. Let's go. Yeah, I basically got the 16 gigs of RAM, and so yeah, so 16 gigs of RAM, 256, like the very minimal setup, like the cheapest one that you can get. Trees are growing inside and stuff. Yeah, so there's literally like trees and stuff like all behind me, and like palm trees, and like it's just the outdoor mall. It's really gorgeous. I always get lost in the mall. Yeah. Oh, Miliani. Oh, that's what's up, man. Next buy for you, Mac Studio. Yes. So Mac Studio's in the mix. So I'm gonna set up ClawBot with this Mac Mini, and that's the whole point. So I'm gonna take you through tomorrow, and like I'll have it unboxed and already powered on. It's literally just a simple unboxing. But I'm gonna actually set up ClawBot on this, and there's a bunch of updates for ClawBot. And I exported all of my ChatGPT history and also all my Claude AI history. So there's 4,000 different conversations, memories, and all that stuff that's trapped into like half a gigabyte of files. And I popped it into Cursor, and I used the new Opus 4.6 fast. Holy smokes, bro. I've never burned money faster than I've ever done using that system. But I was able to basically generate a script to structure my data, and I had it pull down the OpenClaw repo and read the repo and format my chats into memories so that they can be indexed and referenced later on. And so that's where I learned that they use the OpenAI embeddings model, and they use a local thing for RAG. I think they use one of the local models for doing RAG on those systems. So it's a really cool thing. I just pulled down the latest repo, and that's basically what I did. And my ChatGPT memories are now formatted to be imported. So I'm going to go through the setup of OpenClaw first and give it the soul. And the plan file inside of Cursor already describes what I need to describe for the soul file, because this is going to be my personal Mac Mini. I don't want my business stuff to be on the Mac Mini. So like, for example, anything that I'm doing business that's currently on the VPS. So I have a little org map and everything that I'll be able to show you on screen and see how that looks like. So, yo. Oh, Alex Finn, what's up, dude? I gotta move to Hawaii. Alex Finn in the building, that's what's up, man. Yo, he's the Claw Father right now. No, we have the Claw Father, and then we have Alex Finn. Alex Finn is probably like the most popular influencer. I have a 30K chats last year, bro. Yeah, if you haven't done the export, that's probably like the next big level thing you gotta do. About the same price as your area too. Yeah, actually it's cheaper in Hawaii, to be honest, because taxes are lower and food is actually cheaper compared to the Bay Area. So it'll cost you like $21 to get a salad in the Bay Area. Here it'll probably cost 12, and people think the prices are high, but compared to the Bay Area, it's lower. 4.6 planning is really, really good. Yeah, me and Ray are building an empire. Bro, okay, so yeah, if y'all don't know, Alex Finn, we've been like, yeah, I'm not psychotic, bro. I am not psychotic. You're gonna be psychotic once you realize what's actually happening, and you end up in the permanent underclass, as my boy says, right? Get psychotic, yeah. We have our own data centers at home. We have our own employees, our data centers. This is my personal assistant. Like, people pay thousands of dollars to see a therapist once. I'm paying $600 once, that's it. And this thing will keep evolving, because once I give it all my ChatGPT memories for the last 3 years, all of that is gonna go into this little thing, and we're doing a RAG, and we're doing all the brains we're gonna put inside of this thing. It's gonna be stupid. It's gonna be insanely stupid, right? Don't be a permie. My guy, bro. Yeah, exactly. If y'all know about the Alex Finn stuff, like, he goes hard. He's going hard in the paint, because literally you have to push all the chips in. And this is not like any fear mongering, because I do have a VPS setup. But you gotta like understand where we're going with this, right? Local hardware, memory prices going up, they're not gonna go down. They're not gonna go down probably ever anymore. And rare minerals to make this stuff is going super crazy too. That's what's insane. So yeah, Alex and Ray are changing the world for Awake. Am I primitive, or am I still sub to an AI? Singularity, okay, 30K chats is 82 chats a day. How is that possible? I mean, people have chats all the time. Like, people just say stuff. I want a DGX Spark. I think I mentioned it earlier, but I missed it. Yo, please charge the script for formatting for ChatGPT memories. Can we do this on Claude Code? Sorry, Alex, not there yet. Yeah, I might open source it. But I think so like whenever you export up the data structure in ChatGPT, they do a bunch of hashes for like the file names, and they're like unstructured in some way, but Claude can figure it out. So you just throw Claude on it with cursor or whatever, and you're just pretty much good. Permanent underclass isn't coming for Ray, bro. That's what's up, man. This is so crazy. Please open source it. Yeah, I think I have to, because like we have to like level up everyone. So no fam, GF, good AI work all day. Yeah. 100 messages. Let's go. Let's go. We're cooking on this stream. All right, let's see what else people are saying. Can use XO regular RAM? Yes. If they're combined my M3 Max, yep. So you can use XO. XO will figure it all out. Basically, it'll split that for you. That's probably the best way to do it. 30K is insane. Now I imagine prompts easily have one day. Okay, so what you don't realize is that if you put all this money in right now, if memory prices double, like let's just say with the M5, you're looking at like, to get the same 512 gigabytes of memory unified at the speed that they're going to be doing it, and if you were to buy those same cards from like the PC perspective, the heat and all that stuff you're putting out is going to be easily 25, 30K. And then if you're going to like if once people like, I don't think you understand this. So 18 months from now, all of the compute that we're seeing right now that's capable is going to be available on local models. So that's the current time window, like 18 months or less. So GPT-4 is like easily available to be done on your phone right now, just with the current local models. And so a lot of those models weren't really ready for the agentic timeframe yet. The agentic timeframe stuff really started trickling in very recently in the last year or so. And so when those bigger models start actually coming into the market, like to be available on your device to run agentically, like on your phone, 18 months from now, the demand for all of this type of hardware is going to go through the roof. So the prices that we're looking at for 10K for a Mac Studio is going to seem so cheap looking back, because you're going to have shortages from Sam Altman and all those folks buying all the memory stuff and hoarding everything, and then these people who are selling them, they're going to sell them to the highest bidder. So they're going to sell them to the data centers, not to the personal people. The Apples of the world have their own thing going on. So they're going to keep building, stuff that they build unified on chip. And so if they start to get wind of this, they're going to start classifying these machines that have a lot of RAM as pro or extreme, something that's a higher tier, so that they'll charge more. So you see where this is going? People in marketing are very smart. They're very savvy that everyone is doing this. And we're talking about this and letting you know right now live. Like, you're getting the heads up live that this is coming. And like, these people already know. So it's not that we're talking about it and then they're going to jack up the prices. That's what people usually say. Oh, you guys started doing this and then all of a sudden the prices go up because you guys started talking about it. It's like, no, this is really obvious. If you ever work in any type of company or work in engineering, you can already see where the puck is going. Like, Alex sees it, I see it. And once the demand 18 months from now skyrockets from like less than 1% of people even know what Clawbot is, less than 1% of people even know what even like Anthropic is. Most people just know ChatGPT. So once they figure out what that is, how useful it is, and then they figure out they can run it on their machines, they're going to go try to buy the hardware. It's not going to be there. And then people are going to start bidding up prices like crazy. And then they would rather sell it to someone who's going to pay higher at a data center than they would to you. So what's left? Apple devices, other stuff that's around. And Apple's going to say, wait, we've already classified those higher memory things because maybe there's a national shortage. And since it's like a national emergency, it has to be declared as a higher tier price thing. And then, boom, game over, bro. Like, are you a permie or what? Like, it's pretty simple. So like, I don't know. That's kind of the formula that I'm seeing. And I feel like it seems obvious, but it's actually, the more I talk to people, the more obvious it's not. And so that's kind of why, like, I'm doing this live stream, is to basically show you that I'm picking up this device. We're going to set it up tomorrow, and then the Mac Studio is going to come in a month from now. Because Alex has been going crazy on this, and other people are understanding the value that it brings to their business. This week in startups, this is like their first week of having studios. I think they bought like 5 or 10. I don't know how many they bought. They're trying to replace 20. They're not trying to replace. They're trying to take the mundane tasks of 20 employees and literally give them to Mac Studios. They went crazy buying that stuff. They interviewed Alex Chima like today or yesterday on the show. There is a reason why they're interviewing him and they're like putting it on the spotlight, because they're using it every day to improve their business. And the kid is like 20 years old and is telling him, like, hey, you guys have to do this. And they're adopting it in real time. And so this is the kind of craziness that is actually already happening for businesses, and then these are the early trendsetters that are going to tell everyone else about what's going on. I'm telling you, like, the fact that there's already demand and the stuff like is already kind of shortage, like you can't order a Mac Studio and get it in 2 weeks. It's going to take you a month. That's a big sign already. I'm just saying. So yeah, time to buy Metal Rex, QACDC. Don't be a permie, exactly. That's basically the whole thing revolves around like, don't be a permie. That's one hell of a bet. It's not a bet, it's actually facts. I think you just sold me in a 512 model. Yeah, bro, I'm telling you. Permanent underclass is taking away our personal hardware and forcing us to $200 a month underclass. Okay, so $200 a month is gonna go to $2,000. Because, I mean, like, Cursor just released that preview, right? Like, that they're saying that they can run stuff autonomously and, like, do tasks for you. That's not gonna be for you. That's gonna be for the enterprise people who wanna have something they pay $2,000 a month per person. Easy. If you talk to AI every day, it's not nuts. Well, yeah, it's still nuts, but yeah. That will kill a lot of the market, though. But you're right, they don't care. Bigger fish are buying. That's exactly it. 512 gigabyte M3 stuff is the model, yeah. So the reason why the M3 Ultra is because of the unified chip and the throughput you get for that, which is better than buying two M4s, 256s, you know what I mean? Yeah, 30K is insane. I used Leg earlier, EXO, okay. Daisy Chain 4 maxed out Mac Minis together. No, you're gonna want the Ultra. You're gonna want the Ultra for like the throughput. If you're gonna be investing that much money, I mean, you could do minis, but yeah, I mean, you're better off just going right to the brighter topic, you know. I bought a mainstream XAI 1 Pro faster. Okay. What stock should I invest in? Bro, man, anything AI, right? They have 3 basic Mac Minis. Is that enough? So for the Mac Mini that I got, by the way, this is gonna be the orchestrator. This is gonna hold like my personal data, and the orchestrator doesn't really need anything. I could technically run it from like an Android $25 phone, but I chose the Mac Mini because of the Apple ecosystem. It's easy to airdrop, it's right in front of me, it fits right in. There's a whole bunch of stuff that, like Alex said, it's already built in for a security perspective. You know, like you have an operating system that's signed by Apple, and you can lock down the system partition so that like stuff can't get overwritten. I mean, there's a lot of really good default security stuff that's done in the OS that I really like. I'm kind of biased because I used to work there, but there is a reason. But yeah, my AI expenses are going to go fast. Yeah, I mean, so that's the thing. Once you realize that it's very useful already, people are going to want more of it. They're not going to want less. And so the current fallacy is that they're telling you that prices will keep going down, which it is for the older stuff. But no one's talking about using Sonnet 4. No one's talking about using GPT-4 at all. Like, I don't see anyone talking anything about using GPT-4. Like, we're on, like, the new threshold is Opus 4.6. Not even 4.5. You know what I mean? So, like, that's what's up. So, yeah. So, delivers March 2nd through 9th. Exactly. See, the higher one's already a month out. Easy. What tech stack are you using to make this? Tech stack is just going to be OpenClaw. So, OpenClaw, the models are going to be I'm going to try some of the open weight ones once I get Kimi K2 enough. When I get my studio in, I'll be able to run Kimi K2. But I'm going to use GLM 4.7. I'm going to also try the OpenStep one that just came out. But I need to go play with this live. So that's what I'm going to do. So the first step is get my mini set up, migrate 4,000 of my chats from ChatGPT and Anthropic over. So like get my little mini set up and then run my script to migrate that stuff over, which I'll also open source. So once you export your chats, you should be able to put them into memories inside of OpenClaw, which would be super useful for you. Then it becomes your own personal, like, not therapist, but you can keep that just locally on your own thing. You don't have to store it anywhere else. Because that's the problem. Like, everyone has your data, but they don't want to talk to each other to serve you. So, right? Like, they want you to stay on their platform. And we don't do that here. We don't do that here. You know what I mean? Are you just looking for historical data from conversations or trying to funnel your personal data to one place? It's a little bit of both. And so Department of Personal Efficiency, it's basically a little bit of both. And so that's kind of where I'm looking at. It's like the evolution and all that stuff really compounds. You're buying a computer. So yeah, last time I was buying a computer and it turns out I got the wrong config, so I'm gonna get a better config and that'll be coming up soon. I'm gonna basically do the same thing. 4.7 does crush codecs, I have to be honest. I'm curious at what tasks, because I feel like they're kind of mixed between the two, and I've had amazing results from both. It's kind of hard to tell, really. Yeah, I don't know, ergonomically it's kind of rough. So is this the new one, or did you get the old one like Alex? This is the new one. I got the Mac Mini. So they got the Mac Mini, basically the baseline model. So we got the little baby right here, and haven't tried GLM yet. Yeah. Let's see. Let's see if I got this here. Oh man. What's going on? Hold on, I'm trying to get these out. Okay. So this is my Mac Mini, the baby, and so this one is only 16 gigabytes of RAM and 256 gigs for the SSD, but that's all I need because I don't really need a lot. I'm not putting model weights on it. I already have a DGX Spark with the 128 gigs, and that's going to run inference as well as the Mac Studio and then my 128 MacBook Pro. Imagine a regular dude what can refurbish Mac Mini if currently using a 2015 Pro. Want memories for ADHD personal brain. Yeah, as long as you have a machine up, you can do that. You know? It doesn't need a lot because you're just going to use Opus for the brain. Is there a world where we could have a one-to-one conversation? I have something we have to talk about. I've been building something for months and we really appreciate you to know about. I do have a link if you go to rayfernando.ai. You can book time with me and then we can sit down one-to-one, talk. That's probably the easiest way. We received your payment information and are preparing your order. I'm in second one. Phil, you're a freaking madman. Let's go. So what config did you get? I also see you, I think Phil also popping up on Alex Finn's live streams too. That's what's up. I spent many hours with Codex and Model today on some complex issues. Moved to 4.6, fixed in an hour. So Oddman OS, I'm seeing the same thing. If I spend time on one model and it just struggles, I give it to the other model and it works amazingly. So that works both ways, by the way. So that's a really good cheat code if you're wanting to, if you do get stuck on a problem, send them back and forth. Sometimes I start a plan on one, send it over to the other, and then it finds really good stuff. I find that Codex finds a lot more holes in plans, and it helps me think through things a little bit more thoroughly. So that's kind of what I do. I usually start 4.6, do some planning, and then be careful with 4.6 though. It's really good at convincing you that it's doing some stuff, or it'll kind of like reward hack. So that's kind of one of the first signs I'm seeing. It's very similar to Sonnet 3.7 behavior, and I think I don't know what it is about it, but I'm starting to see it kind of come up. I usually have no problem with Codex fixing complex issues. Yeah, it just depends. I feel like you can do some investigation work on any model and then feed that to Codex and it'll do a really good job. I need tips on smoking another Mac Studio in my house, bro. Kidneys, bro. Kidneys. Planning Codex 5.3 is awesome. The planning is amazing. Yeah. Shift tab, answer some questions, and boom. I'm not gonna lie, I actually just canceled my ChatGPT Pro account. Yeah. Mac Studio with M3 Ultra chip with the following config. Dang, you went all the way in, bro. 8 terabytes. Okay, I was telling that to Alex Finn, and I was debating between 8 and 16 because I was like, if I get the 16 right now, in terms of memory, it'll probably be cheaper than the M5. You know what I mean? If I were to upgrade the memory on the M5 for like from 8 to 16, it'll probably be cheaper on the M3 Ultra right now than it will later on because of shortages. And so I was like, basically what I'm thinking of doing is treating my Mac Studio as the network attached storage for holding all the model weights, because the model weights are massive. So whenever you have like a 1 billion parameter model, you need like a terabyte, something like that. I forget what the math is, but it usually needs a lot. I do like Codex, set it and forget it feel, yeah. Kimmy K5 reward hacks like crazy. Dang, I gotta try that out too. Okay, damn, yeah. Oh man, okay. Do I need 16 for a Kimmy? 16 what? I don't know. Yeah, there's a lot of people right now. I think, I know. A lot of people are walking around because the mall just closed. And so it's already like, you guys want to walk around for a little bit? Let's do that. I don't know how much signal I'll have, but if we cut out, then you just know. Hey, conversation. Yeah, man. Dude, I'm actually doubling my prices. So if you book now, you'll get in. I don't have time for usually a lot of one-to-ones. So yeah. You explain why you didn't get AMD Halo or Spark at the start of the video. I'll rewatch. No, I haven't got that because NVIDIA sent me the actual Spark. So right now my focus has been I'm actually going to get into some robotics stuff that I haven't told anyone about yet, but yeah, like there's a lot of really cool stuff. NVIDIA just dropped this Cosmos 2 thing, which is basically a world model that we can fine-tune for robotics. And so one of for my hackathon project, I'm basically working on a way to have robots learn skills and pass them across to each other via the network. So I worked on a lot of these like distributed systems, and it's of extreme interest to me. And because of the way that these world models work, you can have robots and stuff on the field start classifying things and sending data back to other robots in terms of what worked and hasn't worked. And so that knowledge sharing isn't actually set up as an infrastructure right now across all these different robotics companies. And so NVIDIA is sort of tying that together with their Cosmos model, and there needs to be some software and some other types of actual frameworks and standards in between so that they can interface and exchange that information and understand what's real world. So what's cool about the robotics landscape is that they can also generate like content and train off that. So they can generate video and use that as training data for themselves to learn a skill. And so this mimics like real world learning that you do like if you're sitting down telling stories with one another. So firemen actually do this a lot. So they sit around this like campfires basically and tell stories about different scenarios that they're in. And so by you listening, you can take that in as a human and learn and understand that even though you haven't been in that situation. So you've listened to so many hours of stories, by the time you go into actual fight a fire, and that scenario actually comes up, you'll have this intuitive knowledge already pre-built on how to handle the situation as if you didn't, like compared to not seeing it for the first time. And so in robots, the similar concept sort of exists, but it doesn't actually exist to transfer the knowledge to everyone else. So with the models, they'll have this generalized knowledge, which NVIDIA provides, and then basically going to create a layer to do that skill transfer, and then come up with these different like domains in which the training will take place, and then the data will actually be captured and kind of like self-iterated. So this is like literally a Skynet, but maybe I should call it Project Skynet. But yeah, that's kind of what I'm working on the side. It's one of my side projects. It's kind of fun, but I like robotics. I've never really had a chance to go deep, and I think I could do that now, which is kind of cool. And I'm kind of using the Spark to do some training on it. So yeah, I'm currently in Hawaii. It's tropical. Yeah. Let's see. All right. I'll hit you up when I'm big and conversation is free. What do you mean? Department of Personal Efficiency. Do you not like actually value people's time? Like, I don't understand what the problem is. Yeah, time is money. Longer. What does it say? He's talking 101 unless he's making sure he's out of the permanent underclass. I hope I can stack it so I don't want to buy a new desk like you. If you don't have a way, you need another Mac Mini. Yeah, Cosmos is cool. I think hardware is the only true way to escape the permanent underclass. SaaS is so dead. Facts. Too technical for Hawaii, bro. No. Omniverse model. Yeah. I used the 4.6 electronic class. It's a beast. Yeah. 4.6. On 4.6 really wants to do a lot of work for you. So I'm really excited about some of these agentic like types of tasks. So yeah, let's keep walking. So I'll give you a quick tour. So this is kind of what like the center of the actual mall looks like. You can kind of see there's like these other malls and things. This is like a Michael Kors area. You know, it's kind of bougie and stuff, low key. And we have like this fountain. And then the Apple store, if you're wondering, is like way over there. And so that's kind of where the Apple store is at. But yeah, it's like basically open air mall. It's really nice. Right now it's been raining a lot. So kind of have to like sort of be careful, if you know what I mean. And then what I want to do is I'm going to walk this way and probably my cell signal is going to cut out, but I'm not trying to walk in front of a lot of people. Basically, I got a selfie stick, so I'm walking around kind of just chilling. New DeepSeek in China on New Year's. You think they'll release it on New Year's? I think they'll drop it. I don't know. That'd be interesting. That'd be so cool. Supposedly. I feel like people have been saying it's supposed to come out like, yeah, I don't know. Have you run 4.6 high thinking fast model, $5? Yes, Sterling, I have. It is, okay, it's so fast that it's kind of a cheat code. It's like, if you want to be ultra locked in, use that model and you will never leave your computer at all. Like, you will burn through $1,000 super fast. So I might do it on stream, because that'll be insane, you know, supposedly. Oh, I see. Yeah, that'll be super crazy. Yeah. So yeah, there's the Yeti store. Yeah, let's go look at the Yeti store. I love the Yeti store. Let's go. All right. But right now, all the stores are closed. I feel like 4.6 fast is just running on their faster GPUs. So there's enterprise teams that pay, I think it's like $200 a day. Like if you can sign up for a plan with Anthropic where you pay $200 for the day, just for the day, and you get like the super fast compute. So I think this is that. You get that compute, which gives you more GPUs and stuff. And right now they're basically letting people use it like publicly, I guess. I don't know. People saying Chinese New Year's, okay, they would release in China when they come back from break. Yeah, exactly. That's actually my thinking here. So right now we're basically walking towards Yeti. So here we go. Yeti, let's go. But it's closed because everything closed at 8 over here because it's the mall. So yeah. So what I'm looking for is like the Hawaiian cups because I like those Hawaiian cups. And so yeah, October 17th. Yeah, I don't know. I don't see those Hawaiian cups around here. Okay. I do see some of these like coolers and stuff. Yo, these are crazy. It's like $199 for a cooler. Let's see, Mac Mini or a Yeti? Mac Mini is gonna go a long way. This is an appreciating asset, if you can believe that or not. All right, let's see. You burned 1G indexing 4K chats in 4.6? No. I was just messing around with the price. I actually don't really know. Actually, I think the total price cost me 150,000 tokens. So at that price, I think it was maybe like $5 to $10, maybe. It was worth it for sure. This is the start. Want to set up a RAG system for my business. I was thinking about a secondhand GPU. Better to get a Mac Studio. I was thinking about a secondhand. So do you want to keep it locally? I guess is my question. You know, because if you don't need it locally, you can just do RAG, where you basically generate the embedding models on the device. Doesn't matter what device it is. Even if you get a faster machine, it can take you like 1 minute less. But once you have the embedding, then you can just RAG on anything. And then you can do it all locally, or you can just do it remote. You don't really need a crazy setup. Do you believe the one-person billionaire company will happen this year? Yeah, I think it's going to be Alex Finn. Alex Finn or Ray Fernando. Like we're both racing to the $billion one-man company. Yeah. You made the right choice. February 24th, Chinese New Year ends, so I bet the DeepSeek release will likely. I'm really curious. I don't know. Yeah. So I think we're walking around the mall. Cellular coverage is looking pretty good. Basically on the top floor right now, and at the Alawana Shopping Center, and Alex Finn official. Yeah. I think that right now the race is basically between me and Alex Finn for who's going to be the first one-person billion-dollar company. I think that's what it is. I mean, that's just facts. You know, it's going to be both of us. It's going to be crazy. Like it's already it's happening. So this is Aloha. You can kind of see from some of the vibe. So this is kind of the vibe right now. Whatever happened to Mistral, they kind of fell off with CodeStraw. Yeah, I guess RAG seems better than using something like OpenClaw. Maybe I don't know enough about it, but I need to learn from all the internal data. I got you both. Yeah, so RAG is only one part of it. So it depends on your business needs, right? So you can do like, not OpenGraph, but the graph. Like you can do a graph. Neo4j has a database where you can build the relationships between your like entities of data, and depending on the data that you're looking for or the task that you're trying to do. I mean, what OpenClaw acts as is just a general agent that can, like, if your employees need certain things, it will just kind of keep building on top of that. You know, I got you beat, Billionaire Club. Yeah, we'll see about that. Yeah, Langchain in the building. I think so. I know what's his name was really into that. Yeah, what's up? That's crazy. Let's see. Right, I'm gonna need to find the stairs though. Let's see. Okay, this way maybe. Okay. I see stairs, but I don't want to go down some escalators right now. Or elevators. Elevators are kind of sketch. Use Janus graph, not Neo4j. Yeah, there you go. Exactly. Yeah. I just saw Alex Finn's about OpenAI company. Video game UI looks cool. Yes. We're still playing AI generated music. Ace 1.5 is pretty good for a local generation. Super chat. Hey man, thank you so much for the super chat. Let's see if I can read the super chat. I wish they were playing AI generated music. Ace 1.5 is pretty good. Nice for local generation. Thank you so much, man. That's so awesome. Let's see. You probably integrate the RAG skill into OpenClaw, and I'm pretty sure someone's working on it. Neo4j gets super expensive later on when you get big. That makes sense. Yeah, I think that's how they get you. They're just like, hey, use our stuff. But yeah, I think there's like the open one. I gotta experiment more. That's kind of why I got this thing, because that's the whole point. I wanna like try everything and fail. And then, so tomorrow we're gonna set this guy up and we're gonna go through the OpenClaw setup with the new latest version of OpenClaw. Wait, what's going on, man? Bro, we balling right now. We got the Mac Mini in the building. Sorry, I'm going through some really bad reception right now. Somebody's getting some Mai Tais up here. Let me get better reception real quick. It's really bad right now. Is Agent Team Opus 4.6 good workflow to use? Hold on. Let me get to a better spot. Right now the reception is really bad. Okay, cool. So now we're back in front of the Apple Store. But for those who don't know, we're basically at the upper level now. So there's where we were earlier. And this is kind of what we got now. All right? Yeah. Why the Mac Mini? Bro. We got the Mac Mini so we can escape the permanent underclass. I thought y'all knew about this. Wait, my man, hope you're doing well. All right, so let me break down the Mac Mini thing for a sec. So I'm gonna break it down right here. I'm gonna break it down for you right in front of the Apple Store. Apple Store is right there. Okay. So, Mac Mini, this is gonna be my personal computer that I'm gonna store all my 4,000 pieces of chat history. So I exported all of my chats from ChatGPT and also from Anthropic. And there's like over 4,000 plus conversations, memories, and all that crazy stuff. I can't have ChatGPT import them to Anthropic and tell the Opus model to go look at it and vice versa. It's just kind of a hot mess. So the Mac Mini is gonna be like my personal orchestrator. So all that stuff is going in there. And that's the thing I'll tell everything about, you know, my life and what's going on. It already has my business plans, ideas, and everything that I need to do, like all up in here. And the other devices on my network are for my business, right? So anything that requires like a big model to run, that's the Mac Studio, video editing tasks, other things that I do for my business, whatever I do to expand, will all kind of grow out from there. I have a VPS as well, so that's currently on Amazon. It's a T3.medium, and so that's already running stuff for my business, and that's really amazing there. And so the Mac Mini is basically just going to be the home. It's like the overpowered home, if you know what I mean. So that's kind of why I got the Mini, is so that it's actually going to be the main thing that's going to be talking to the other stuff in my network, and it's going to be like my Ring Zero. So like this is where like the personal data is. It's going to have some intelligent brains, be it Opus or something else. And so that way, like I'm going to minimize its connections to the external world in terms of like this, like trying to scrape data and do different tasks. I'll leave that for like a VPS, or I'll leave that for like an exe.dev task to go do like independently, so that it can do some type of information to send back, you know, to a different model. So just kind of isolating my concerns out, so that way I have like a central place for my like personal data. So I don't need a beefy Mac Mini. It's just like literally the smallest thing possible is the best to do there, because it's already part of my Apple ecosystem and it's already easy to do that. So I think that's going to be the best way. Alex, you cooked with that broccoli haircut, Zoomers. Bro, that broccoli's like, he just made fun of, like, somebody was like capping on him during the stream, and it was just so genius, because it's like people have the nerve to like pop on your stream and like go talk a bunch of smack, and like they don't even have any life experience themselves, and they're literally just like showing how ignorant they are, and then like the fact that they even type it out loud, it like makes it just so everyone can see it, is just comical. Yeah. So Mac Mini is the second brain. Yeah, okay, so I'm not calling it the second brain. I'm calling my Mac Mini right here, drum roll please. This Mac Mini is permanent memory. This is my permanent memory. So in here, we have AI. AI has solved this problem. We have a computer that can store this stuff. This is your permanent memory. So my permanent memory will live inside of this box. It's not gonna be on a VPS, it's not gonna be anywhere else. It's gonna be right here. Ray Fernando's permanent memory is right here. You can go steal it. And you won't have the keys to the kingdom because of Apple security. They secure that down with their M chip, and it's locked down via all these different mechanisms. So as soon as you get the device and you're trying to read data off of it, it's encrypted because of the hardware security. So I don't know if you know this, like Apple has like one of the best security models out of all the hardware and everything like that, and their iOS devices operate the same way. As soon as if you can go try to get the SSD out of this thing, and you can go try to read every single bit from it, you won't be able to do anything with that. And that's thanks to Apple's operating system. How do I know that? I don't know. I'm just a random dude on the internet yapping to a camera who might know some things. But I'm just saying, that is what we're building. The Mac Mini is literally permanent memory. So secure enclave, yep. And that's what we're doing. So that's kind of the first part. How long? Why meetup this coming up? Like, stay tuned. That's what we're doing. Yeah. Permanent memory versus permanent underclass. The choice is yours. Exactly. Do you want to have permanent memory? This is where it's going to live, right here. And that's what we're building. So none of this second brain nonsense. I don't know if you've tried all these second brain systems. They're horrible. Like, you have to memorize where you put the files and what folder and what conventions. And then by the time you go look for it, it's so exhausting. AI has already solved this problem. You can just tell it, take a picture, and then you can tell it to dream at night. You can literally tell your Mac Mini to go dream and find you and help you with your goals and help you achieve what you want to do so that the next morning it's ready to go for you. How is this not a thing? Like, it's like so obvious, right? And you can do it in other places, but I don't want my data to live on a VPS. I want my data to be owned for me. 4,000 of those messages from ChatGPT and OpenAI, you can export your data from OpenAI and also Anthropic. You can just go to like the settings, you go to data controls, and you go to export. You export, they're gonna send you an email, they're gonna say, here, go download your memories and whatever your data. And then they'll give you some unstructured blob and you save that. That's your that's all of your chat history, every single memory, everything that ChatGPT knows about you is in those files. So you take those files and you put them in the Mac Mini. And the Mac Mini will be the next thing that we're gonna set up, and we're gonna walk together and figure out what's, OpenClaw already has a way to index all of these memories. So I wrote a script so that it's compatible, so that once we set up the soul for this OpenClaw, we'll be able to set up all of the memories in there and have them be indexed. So immediately, as soon as like within 1 minute, we'll be able to talk to OpenClaw and like learn so much about our previous chats between both of the platforms. So this is the first time that we're going to be unifying ChatGPT and Anthropic's history. All of my project files, every single thing is going to be combined into one single place that I can hold in my hand right here. And this thing will act as the orchestrator to other bots, right? So on AWS, it'll be my Mac Studio, my DGX Spark. I'll be able to kind of relegate those types of things, and I can keep it secure on this box. That's it. No extra. You don't have to like spend half of a day talking to a specific server or VPS trying to lock it down, because at the end of the day, they have the keys to your data. Like, they can go into that data center and grab whatever they want. It's not encrypted. Come on, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they have the hardware. They have the keys. They have physical access. By law, they have to. That's just what they replicate your data across everywhere else. I don't know if you know this. Yeah, lots of VPS hardware. Yeah. I own a data center, so lots of VPS. Yeah, dude, like one of the dark secrets that people don't even talk about is the fact that like your data gets replicated like on bigger servers across the different regions that don't have the same rules and restrictions as they are as your region. So you can be in Europe, and if your data gets replicated to a cluster somewhere in like some islands, and they don't have the same laws as wherever the originating country is, they can inspect and do whatever they want with that data. It's a cache. Cache is thrown away. Did somebody look at the data? I don't know. Is it audited? I don't know. You have to ask them. My data lives right here. Mac Mini. Right here. That's what's up. Yeah. It's easy. Yeah. Not true, my DC. Yeah, exactly. I'm not saying all these data centers are But y'all have to ask those questions. You know what I mean? Like, not everyone does that. I had 1,000 servers, 200 in Paul St. Fran, and he's telling you the truth. I was a strong VPN too. Yeah, like the VPNs. That's another dark secret. Oh man, I don't even want to go down this route right now. Y'all need to know. Hey, Rich Gillen, thank you so much for becoming a member. I really appreciate that. Genius. Yeah. So there is a reason to the madness of owning a Mac Mini, and don't let people gaslight you because they haven't really like understood the bigger picture of what we're really trying to achieve here. We're trying to escape the permanent underclass. So the way we do that is by permanent memory. Permanent memory. No, none of this second brain system, like you having to figure out what folders you put stuff in and all that. You just have to yap to this thing. It's gonna memorize everything and act on your behalf better than we can ever realize. That time is finally here. So how do you protect you against a disaster or something that's stealing? Bro, you just encrypt the data and then like you'll have like an encrypted drive and you can do whatever you want from there. Like you can send it off to another data center encrypted and you can unlock it with your key. That's easy. Yeah. Sorry, dumb question. Data and privacy when using Claude plus local Obsidian. If you're gonna send like there's levels to like privacy, right? So do you want to send certain pieces of data over to a certain provider? Like that's really on you. And for the most part, like when you're doing it over the API, you know, it's like there is like your data is gonna be there, but it's not like, okay, we can go to Ray Fernando's exact account and go through all exactly the same structure of ChatGPT history or whatever it is. You know, it's just kind of sent over with these like identifiers and it's pulled together with everyone else. So it's a little bit of a different thing. So yeah, that's kind of what it is. Someone steal it, it's a brick unless, yeah. I mean, so data is everywhere. So like all my ChatGPT history and stuff is also like encrypted and backed up somewhere else. So if something happens, I could just restore it pretty easily. You can put it in iCloud Drive. That's an iCloud Drive. You know, like there's a lot of different things you can do with it. So yeah, local Obsidian Vault. Yeah, is once you have a key and then you encrypt the data, put it somewhere. You know, like it's pretty easy. Yeah, have a script that will basically go and back it up. Tell your bot to go do that. You know, like make sure it's like set up a disk, encrypt it, save the key somewhere, or have it saved in your keychain. So if you use Apple Keychain, it's perfect because like Apple can't get into it. You know, like the police can't get into it. It's in your keychain. It's locked. It's synced between all your devices. It's done. You don't have to write a sync system. It's already encrypted by your hardware key on your phone. On this guy, it's yeah. Put the key in there. Easy. Very interesting project though. I got a MacBook Input 5. Yo, my first Mac in many years. Now I'm thinking of going full Apple fanboy. Bro, okay. So I got an Apple Mac Studio. Is on the way. There's so much demand for the Mac Studio. There's literally a month delay, and so that's coming. And then custom PC build because I'm trying to get the NVIDIA 5090 up in there, and because I want that faster tokens per second. So that's why I'm trying to figure out what the setup is. Ideally, it would be ATX 6000. But man, okay, yeah. So I got to figure this stuff out because the demand is so high that the stuff is just not in stock, which is also another crazy thing. So. Data and privacy when using Claude code, local city. Okay. Someone's okay. Yeah. Don't be coming in with these permanent underclass questions. Let's go. It's a break unless someone leaves it to you. Okay. ADHD would love that. Okay. Secure enclave. I'm a little bit behind the messages. I'm kind of coming back. People talking about broccoli in the chat. Okay. Imagine uncensored 4.6. I mean, 4.6 is almost feels uncensored sometimes. With like some of the hackiness. Dang. Okay, so I'm gonna move over here. So we got the Apple Store behind us. Hey. Yeah. Very interesting though. Okay, cool. So, yeah. Basically, for those who are just watching in, M5 Mac Mini is gonna be my permanent brain. 4,000 chats are gonna live in this little mini box here that we got going on. An AI that never forgets. We definitely need this for sure. And there's no reason why we can't build this right now on a Mac Mini. Literally, like there's no reason. There's nothing stopping us from doing this. And like, as much as I like having my data in ChatGPT like I used to have it, I started using, you know, Claude AI a lot, right? Because the models were really, really good. And I started using it for everything. As soon as I hooked up Exa MCP, like it unlocked Claude and search and everything else that I like love ChatGPT for. And then at that point, I was like, why do I even use it anymore? So then, like I had more history in Claude, but then there was a bunch of other stuff like flight preferences and everything that I wanted to do in ChatGPT. And then it wasn't until I talked to 0xSERO, Sero, I have an interview with him. He says he exported all of his history from all these different chats. I'm like, you can do that? He's like, yeah, and then you can train on them. You can even go to X right now and download all of your tweets from X. Everything going back to the beginning of time. You just request your data. They're gonna send you one big file so you can just download it, and then you can start training on it. And you can have like basically something right like you if you wanted to, right? You can have it study everything. So you have all the data, it's already yours. And so for me, it's like, wait, if I can get my data from all these different places, I'm gonna go and request to download it now, because if my account gets taken over or something happens and I no longer have access to that account, then I lose all my data. And my data is precious, and why can't we own our data? So that's kind of, this is like the new movement, right? So these Mac Minis are literally the new movement for owning your data on your own hardware. So like this is the whole thing. Like you own this thing, you can do whatever you want with it. You put it in there. Whenever a new model provider comes out and you like what they do, you switch the model. You don't have to be dependent on, oh, I gotta wait for another update. Oh, they're not gonna push the new model out. Oh, they got Sonnet 5 out, but they don't want to push it out yet. Nah, I'm gonna just go with like whoever's got the hottest thing on the market right now. Like that's what we do. That's what we do. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I've been setting up RAG with OpenClaw and having it summarize YouTube videos. Perfect. I'm actually making a skill for this too that I'm going to share. So I have a Fire skill, and I'm sharing a lot of my code that I use to build Ray transcribes. Is going to go into that as well. So this is actually another cool thing that I'm building around that. The reason why I'm also sharing it as a skill file because I also need it for my hackathon project, which is also involves like skill sharing between robots. And one of them actually involves with watching YouTube videos, which is kind of insane. Ray Fernando, you're getting a Mac Studio, Mac Mini. How many do you have total? Alex is getting 2. Okay, this is the setup. I have the Mac Mini is going to be my orchestrator. This is the bare minimum setup. You know, 16 gigabytes of RAM. It's not even going to be used for inference at all. It's literally just going to be on as an orchestrator. The first part of the stack is DGX Spark, 128 gigabytes of RAM. So that's going to load the weights. In the XL Lab situation, basically it's going to do the pre-fill phase, which is going to allow the tokens per second to go up faster because of that little thing on my network. The second device is going to be the Mac Studio that's literally going to come by like literally March, somewhere mid-March. And so that Mac Studio is going to have 12 gigabytes of RAM, and that's going to be like the thing that's just going to be going crazy. So that's the M3 Ultra. And the next thing that's on my network, which I already have, is the M3 MacBook Pro. So that already has 128 gigabytes of RAM. Combined total is going to be 768 gigabytes of RAM that I'll be able to use. The Mac Mini is literally just sitting outside of the network, kind of like as an orchestrator, and that'll be handing off tasks and compute and various things. And then I'm treating the M3 Ultra as basically my network attached storage. So I'm basically going to host a lot of the model weights on there, editing tasks, and a bunch of other stuff. So that's basically what's going on there. Alex is going super all in with the chips and everything like that, which I might end up going there, but the next piece that's going to come into the picture is when Apple drops that M5 Ultra. If they do drop the Ultra, because they may even delay that for 6 months, that's going to, I want 1 terabyte. Please tell me I'm going to pay $35K for 1 terabyte of RAM. Are you all ready for this right now? Almost 40K. Are you guys gonna pay? But it's gonna be such a badass like chip. It's gonna be out of this world. So I don't know. That's kind of what we're doing right now. So that's the setup. So then we got 1 terabyte of RAM plus the 768 on my network. Once the power goes out, I got the solar panels. It's a wrap, bro. We're chilling. Like there's an island, and there's like so much sun on the island. Peace out, y'all. Peace. You know what I mean? We out in paradise, bro. I'm just chilling in the ocean. I got my AI people working for me. We're like swimming. Like that's the dream, right? Hell no, out of principle. Step number 1: escape the permanent underclass. Give 40K to Apple. Bro, I mean, whatever you gotta do. Why not 120 gigabyte Mac Studio? Won't your prefill be limited by DGX Spark? So I'm gonna try to get other cards in the mix to try to figure out the prefill stuff. Coming soon. That's coming up. Also, like PC build out too. It powers out. No, what do you mean it doesn't matter, bro? It does matter. Like that's the whole thing. You gave it a task for a plan to build the next spaceship, bro. Like it's gotta keep going. Society falls, we all fail. What's the RAM for your studio? 512 right now for the M3. Slash help. Jameson, what's going on, man? Offline LLM. Okay. Let's see. What else going on? Good luck beating me to 1 billion. I just did this all 6 months ago. Augment, Omes, Augment, drop your setup right now because you've been in here for a while, so you know what's up. You gotta tell the people what's going on. What's it like being not in the permanent underclass, bro? I've been setting up a rag with OpenClaw and having summarized my YouTube. Okay, yeah, let's go back up. Solar panels next. Facts. Buy those solar panels. Yeah, that's what's up. All right. So yeah. Also a fleet of portable power station. Yeah. And we got the ocean. Motion in the ocean, bro. And then I think nuclear power is gonna make a big comeback. It has to. That is great. So nuclear power. Uranium. That's some crazy. Also a fleet of portable power stations. Yeah. I got a second spark. Just one is a waste of money. So you have the interconnect, right? Oh, I'm so jelly. I want a second spark. But I'm also thinking about other options. Yeah. That's nuts. Damn, second spark would be crazy. So 2 sparks plus like an M3 studio and one 28 gigabyte laptop. I think you're cooking. Yeah. Damn. Oh, and training performance. Yeah, what are you training? I'm just curious. Yeah. That's what's up. This is so nuts right now. Yeah, for those who aren't following, basically where we are is we're in Hawaii right now, and I just got the Mac Mini so that I can basically make what I call permanent memory. And so the reason I got the Mac Mini is because I want to have my own permanent memory system to live with me, and that way I can just dump everything in, and that's it. That's what it's like. But yeah, I gotta get up out of here though. The mall's already closed, and I'm just kind of in here, and like people are just chilling. Like there's like no one here in the hallways. I think there's a bar back here and people playing some music and stuff. So yeah, tune in tomorrow. I'll be locking in. I'll have this thing set up, and we're gonna go through the OpenClaw setup, and I'm gonna show you the scripts that I'm using and how I generated inside of Cursor, so that we can basically escape the permanent underclass. All right, y'all. Peace out. Why is it cheaper in Hawaii to buy a Mac Mini? Oh, because the taxes. The taxes is literally the reason. So the taxes is way less. Have a good night, brother. Yeah, dude. Alex, thank you so much, man. Alex is the real MVP.